What's up, Define Nation and Highway for Health followers? Well, I wanted to wait till this morning to make this video. As you can see, yep, that is the Pacific Ocean, and it is behind me, which means what? I am at the Santa Monica Pier. We made it in very late last night. Well, not very late, I guess, but it was after dark. I'm actually not completely sure what time it was. It was after 8, I don't know. Made it in, got official confirmation. Today, official miles for yesterday were 87.13, and it's mine. Everything has been checked, double checked, rechecked, audited, re-audited, inside out, upside down, everything, GPS, longitude, latitude, I don't know, whatever it is, it's good and it's official, and I wanted to wait until I had that. 23 days is going to be how it goes in the books, guys. From 44 to 23, it feels good. There was a lot of people who said it couldn't be done, and a lot of naysayers, and that gives me a little extra joy, I guess. As we were coming in, I don't know if you guys have ever went from Sunset all the way down to Santa Monica Boulevard, but let me tell you what, Santa Monica Boulevard is long, right? But we did make it here because of the time of day that we did get in, and because it was a weekday, we didn't get to do all the hoopla that we wanted to, and unfortunately we didn't have an escort coming in. But it is what it is. There was a lot of folks in Dallas that wanted to come, and it was a weekday, and couldn't make it. So we came in pretty quietly. We were like the quiet ninjas coming in. But it was, there was something kind of special about that solace. I mean, literally got to Ocean Avenue, pulled over, made a U-turn, SUV trailer made a U-turn, put the bike up, got Bella out, took her for a walk so she could pee. It was just a very quiet, I guess, ending. But I know when we get back to town, into Dallas, I know that we're going to be doing some celebrating. Looking back on the trip, there's 3 big things, I think. One is just the eeriness of these roads that are so abandoned, and particularly I think of Missouri. There was a piece of Route 66, and we took pictures, still pictures, when we got to the top. And, you can only imagine the thousands and thousands of cars that had driven upon there, and there was nothing, and it was like a ghost town. And to see these pillars of stone, just these sheer walls of stone, it was just oops, sorry about that, guys. It was just eerie, and all along the way, seeing these ghost towns and these towns that literally, this road was everything to them, and because of lack of adaptation to change, or maybe it was funds from the city, or whatever it was. It was eerie to see the abandoned buildings, the broken buildings for miles and miles and miles, the broken road, the grass, the shrubs, the rubble of rock. It was eerie. So that's one thing that stood out. The second thing that kind of stood out to me is there's a guy named Angel, and he is in, I know I'm going to butcher this. You guys are used to me butchering names by now. Seligma, Arizona. And they call him the mayor of Route 66. So here's the deal, guys. So when they decommissioned Route 66 in the 80s, he was like, wait a minute, no, we can't have this. And literally single-handedly, he is the one that is responsible for Route 66 still being around, historic Route 66 being there, affecting, 8 states altogether, thousands of people, hundreds of businesses, thousands of visitors every year. And he's a true testament that one person truly can make a huge impact. And it was him starting to write letters to the governor. From what I understand, he had a stamp that said Save 66, and he did it, and that is awesome. And unfortunately, when we went through Seligma, it was after 6, and he had already gone home, and so I didn't get a chance to meet him or take a picture with him, but I did take a picture outside the store. I'm not sure if we've posted those yet or not, but that was really awesome. And when we got here to Santa Monica, one of the things that really struck me is, they have this sign at the pier, and everybody takes pictures at the sign. And, there was a lot of these younger people that were just, hanging all over it and doing crazy stuff. And, and I'm looking at all these other people taking these pictures next to this sign, and they just, I don't know if the appreciation for the road is there on truly how special this was. That for the first time, people in the Midwest, or pretty much from the East Coast to out of Chicago, you know, they could see the West Coast. And you know, I can only imagine as I was riding what some of these people were thinking for the first time. They had maybe never seen mountains before, maybe have never seen desert before. Good Lord, is there a lot of desert in California? Whoo, Lord, that wasn't on the map. You know, just the sheer magnitude. We came through this place called Cajun Pass, and okay, literally that is the Hell's Gate of mountains. I guess that is like your last throw of the wind of mountains, and it is very difficult to put into words the sheer magnitude of these mountains as you come down I-15. I just they are absolutely awe-striking, and I thought that Bryce Canyon was awe-striking, which it is, in Utah, but or maybe that's Arizona. No, I think it's Utah. You know, I just can't explain it. Just the magnitude, and you know, so many times, you know, people today get stuck in their phones and they get stuck on their screens and their iPads or their devices or tablets or whatever it is that they got, and there's no way that you can capture some of these things in a picture. There's no way you can capture some of these things in a video. It's just it's just awe-striking, and I was just struck yesterday. As you know, we came in, and I'm sure these people are like, why is this person in this cycle gear? Does she not know what time it is? She should be in her clothes ready to go to the club or something. Which, by the way, Santa Monica was hopping, by the way, for a Monday night. But, you know, and I sat there and I just looked at this, and people, I don't think, unless you travel this road, you don't have an appreciation for the beauty and the history and the uniqueness and the magnitude of everything that you see. And so that struck me as well. So I'm a big water person, and you know, my reward is when I came out here this morning and I spent a couple hours just watching the waves, and you know, thinking about not having the hoopla yesterday because of circumstances and days and times and all that other stuff. This behind me, this is my reward, knowing that I got here, and knowing that I got here on my own accord, knowing that I did not walk one step of this journey, and yeah, and nobody can ever take away the world record. Well, I guess they can, but hopefully I put it far enough away that it won't be for a really long time. And we helped a lot of people, had a lot of great interaction with first responders, and this has truly been wow. You know, wow. And I thank each one of you guys for coming along the journey. I thank each one of you guys for any contribution, whether it was a volunteer, whether it was the Amazon list, whether it was a crowdfunder coming to a fundraiser event, whatever it may be. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I thank God that I had good equipment and we stayed safe. Relatively no major injuries. Obviously, when I get back to Texas, I'm going to have some recovery time that I'm going to have to take. Actually, part of me wonders how I'm going to get up off this blanket. It took me about 45 minutes to walk over in my hobble, but, you know, yeah. And so I'm bringing it home, guys, and we're going to be leaving for Texas sometime today. I don't know what time today, but sometime today. Know that I love all of you guys, and I'm sending hugs. And as always, motivated, dedicated, and highly recommended. Bye-bye.